This is CNN Breaking News.
I'm Brooke Baldwin here tonight in Istanbul, Turkey, but all of our focus at the moment is on this ongoing hostage situation in Dhaka in Bangladesh. We now can tell you, according to the site intelligence group, that ISIS has claimed responsibility for what has been happening for the better part of the last 2 hours. Again, not a lot of information at this point in time. According to the owner of this restaurant, who was able to escape some time ago, telling CNN there are 20 to 30 hostages inside of this restaurant, including a number of foreigners and 6 to 8 gunmen. And according to this American who lives or who's visiting nearby, the last time they heard any sort of gunshots was some time ago.
Violence with weapons was always a conflict between South Asia, and we always considered Bangladesh. Used to work in that no one predicted. I used to work in South Asia, and we always considered Bangladesh an entirely secular country. There were no radical movements. Of course, there were no assassinations that occurred. I mean, or really any sort of political violence with weapons. It was always a conflict between Bangladesh and India. So this is just completely unprecedented if, in fact, it's politically motivated. And, you know, just these assassinations of the bloggers, LGBT, and the rest was something new, something that no one predicted 5 years ago. And if indeed this is inspired by the Islamic State or another Islamic group, this is a dangerous precedent for a country that's very poor and just trying to hold it together.
And what is the security, what are the security authorities like? I mean, we're seeing some images as we're speaking to you now. We understand from police that they're still engaged in an ongoing gun battle. How stretched have they been? What kind of pressure have the police been under? How have they managed with this uptick in violence?
Well, they've never quite seen anything like it. I mean, they don't have the training of most countries. It's so expensive to deal with armed violence to this degree. They don't have good SWAT teams. I mean, their intelligence service is good, British trained, very traditional, and they've done their best against this threat, this Islamic State threat. But I think they were surprised, and I just, you know, all the time I spent in South Asia, I'm surprised too, and I'm also surprised that these people have been able to get enough weapons to hold an area, and of course the diplomatic quarter, you know, this may involve foreigners. We just don't know yet.
The situation is still very unclear right at the moment, but with the duty officer at the police station in Gulshan, which, as you mentioned, is an upmarket, the situation is still very unclear right at The situation is still very unclear right at the moment, but with the duty officer at the police station in Gulshan, which, as you mentioned, is an upmarket area in Dhaka, it's the diplomatic area where a lot of embassies and NGOs and UN offices are based. What the duty officer has told CNN is that an unknown number of armed people stormed the area near a Nordic club and started firing. What he said is it could be a restaurant or a hospital. He said an unknown number of people are trapped in those places. He couldn't give further details, but basically right now what he said is gunmen are exchanging fire with police in that area. It's an ongoing situation. On the local channels, you can see police officers fully armed heading towards a building. It's dark, of course. The whole area has been cordoned off. But a very tense situation there, Robin. And right now, the police officers can't really give us more information than that, Robin.
Yeah, and just so our viewers know what they're looking at, these aren't live pictures. They were fed just recently, within the last few minutes, from our affiliate in Bangladesh. Those images showing what appears to be a massive police operation We understand, as you say, that that is ongoing. These aren't, however, live pictures, so it doesn't give us a sense of what is happening right now. We are, though, Sunima, getting confirmation that there is, in addition to a gunfight taking place nearby the images that we're seeing now, there is also concerns about a hostage situation.
That's right, and as the duty officer from that police station mentioned to CNN, there are a number of people trapped in that building or in that area. He again couldn't say if it was a restaurant or a hospital or what exactly that building was, but it seems like those people who are trapped could be some of the hostages as well. Again, very unclear at the moment.